And now what I'm going to do, Control Z, wait. We have to connect actually these three vertices to each other and make a rectangle, triangle like this. Okay, and from here to here, and this one actually is clockwise. I mean, the vertex sequences are clockwise in order to make it counterclockwise, because from outside all the faces should be counterclockwise, from inside they have to be clockwise. Okay, so I'm reversing this face, reverse face, and I have to continue all the actually parts actually to finalize the whole thing. Okay, like this, and then right click and make it reverse faces, and let me I pause it and I do it on my own, and then finally I will upload it to the 3D warehouse. There are some more other things that I want to mention actually. Instead of pressing orbit and using the left left button of the mouse in order to orbit, it's easy. Just for example, I'm just pressing select just to select and go somewhere. Maybe I just want to come somewhere here, okay, and now I want to orbit. Okay, if I want to orbit, actually what I'm doing, I'm pressing down the scroll bar and actually dragging the mouse button. So it means that instead of pressing the orbit, you can press down the scroll bar and drag your mouse, then you can orbit, and you don't need to press on this orbit. So again, I'm going to make a line from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and then this one I have to reverse it because it's clockwise, and it should be counterclockwise from the outside. So reverse face, and again I'm coming here. Now if I want to orbit again, I'm pressing down the scroll button from the mouse and then dragging like this one, so that dragging up side, so that it becomes like this. So this is the one that you can use instead of pressing the scroll. Just press down the scroll and drag it as you want to get the best view. Actually for zooming in and out, actually I'll put the mouse cursor somewhere here and then start zooming, you see, with scroll bar. So you can use scroll bar for zooming in and zooming out. So these are two important things that you can do for zooming in and zooming out. So again, I'm pressing down the scroll bar and dragging the mouse in order to go to the view that I need to have. And then again, I'll connect these points to each other. If you do this, actually, if you model this one, you'll get familiar with the application easily. Okay, this is actually, when you are creating the model, the vertices, if they are clockwise from the outside, it's in gray color. And if you want to fix this problem, we can right click and then orient faces or reverse face, so that this becomes like reversing the face. If you press orient faces, actually it may make problem I'll do it and check whether it's possible or not. For this one, actually, as you can see, I'll select this and this and this and this. Once I connect it, the one which is okay for me, I'll click and I'll right click and then orient faces based on this one to see whether it will fix all of them or not. If not, you see, it's making some problems. It fixes this one, but this one is now counterclockwise, clockwise, and this one also is clockwise. So I'm saying Ctrl Z to go back one step more, and this time I'll do it manually, right click and reverse face. Sometimes orient faces works. When you want to say orient faces, actually you have to select the one which is correct and then right click and then say orient faces. It should orient all the faces which are outside, but sometimes it makes problem. Okay, so this is why I'm doing all of these things manually. As you can see, reverse one by one. For example, I'm connecting these 3 points to each other like this one, and now this one I'm just right click and then reverse face. I'm doing manually. Okay, and also I'm saving it as a golden selection file, save as a, maybe in the I put it on the desktop, and I call it golden selection, golden selection, and which means that it's a geometry which is created based on golden selection, and save it, and I'll continue until I finish all of those actually triangles. So it takes time and I have to do all of them, and I think this is the last stage actually. So, and I think it's the last stage. And once you connected all of these things, I mean, sometimes you can see the face can be created, and I can remove the face as well, erase, and then I think it's already finished. If I check all the triangles, you can see all the vertices. We have the triangle connecting these vertices to each other, so it means that it's already finished. So yeah, it takes time. Yeah, all of them are finished. So we have actually let me say Control S, save it. We can actually in edge we can say, okay, remove the edges. Yeah, it makes invisible all the edges, but the profile is there. The profile is the end part of the geometry. Okay, for example, this edge cannot be seen because it's not in the view part, the end edge. Okay, so but if I can actually view and then remove the profile, the edge also will become invisible. Yeah, so the edge is the last, actually, what do you call it, is the last out layer, out part of the geometry which can be seen in a, what do you call it, a profile. Okay, this is the profile. Okay, and so I don't want to see the profile anymore, so this one I can come to the view, and I don't want to see the edges. Okay, so I don't want to see the edges, and also I don't want to see the profile. Let me remove it in a view, come to the face style and make invisible the profile, and also make invisible the edges. View, face style, edges, so the edges also are invisible. And now I want to upload this model as a golden selection to the 3D warehouse. Okay, so I Control S and I'm coming file in a 3D warehouse, share the model. Okay, you have to sign in actually before connecting what do you call it, 3D warehouse and uploading a file. Actually, since it was purchased by Trimble and the owner of the SketchUp still is a Trimble, I'm using my Gmail account in order to sign in. My password is invisible, you don't see anything. Now I already signed in. Okay. There are 3 extensions ready to be updated. Okay, go for install extensions. I can install it, doesn't matter. I can install it later. So for the time being, I'm going to only upload this file. Okay, this we can update later. Wait. Now after signing in, your model contains unused items such as components, materials, tags, or styles, plugins, or these items may reduce the file size of your model. Would you like to purge your model before uploading? Of course. So this is why I press yes, and then after actually I'll write here golden selection, golden selection, and the description, how to use golden ratio to create a 3D model. Okay, let me wear my glasses. It can be private, so no one can download this file, or I can say disable comments. I don't want to disable comments, so I'm just uploading as a public model so that everyone can download it, and also it can I'm not disabling the comments because I want to see comments and feedback. So I'll press upload and then uploading your model, so it's already there. Okay, now I'm clicking on my own name. Press profile. Okay, the model already uploaded, and you can see that it's all on the web even though it's possible to see 3D view, but since my VPN is not working, maybe this is why it's not possible to see, but just for the time being I'm going to enable my VPN. Okay, where's the VPN? Proton VPN. Proton VPN. Okay, and now quick connect. Let me see. I think this is only because of the sanctions and US sanctions, and this is why Trimpool doesn't let us to connect from Iran and see the 3D model. Authenticating the user. Assigning IP address. I don't know how long it will take, but okay, actually if you want to reduce the geometry, there are a lot of geometries that you don't need them, so you can delete them. For example, you can use what do you call it, razor, in order to click on the vertex, and then if you click on the vertex like this one, you can remove the geometry like this, and after removing the geometry you can connect. For example, here you can see there is a geometry which is not necessary, we don't need it, so I can remove this geometry as well. Once I removed all the geometries, I can connect actually these 3 points to each other, so that if you want to print it, you can easily print it out using a 3D printer. For example, if the size is not that much big, it's a kind of full, what do you call it? It's a solid object which is full, yeah, like this. So I just remove this one, delete. I made somewhere mistake. Let me see what is the mistake I've done, and then maybe reverse this one, reverse face, yeah. After reversing the face, now I can connect these points to each other as well, these 3 points. So it will be a solid object which can be okay. Also for this one, okay, this is unnecessary geometry, so we have to delete it. I'll take the razor, and then I can delete this geometry as well. And now I'll take the pencil to make a line, and I'll make a line from here to here. And when you make a line, actually the geometry also will be created, this one, and from here to here. Okay, the rest also I can continue like this. For instance, from here to here. No, there's a mistake somewhere. Let me see, yes, Control Z. Let me, I orbit it and look from the other angle. Yeah, this is the best angle to do the job. Control Z. Wait a moment. Okay, no problem. I can delete this one, no problem. The face already created, and also for this one, for this corner. Let me look at the other from this angle, yeah, and then I take the line tool, connect, make a line from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and I have to continue until I finish the whole procedure. Again, unnecessary geometry can be seen here. I'll take the eraser and then I'll delete this one as well. And now I can use line tool to connect from here to here, so that finally it will be a solid geometry which can be printed by a 3D printer. Okay. Again from here to here. And now from here to here, make a line from here to okay. Still we have unnecessary, if I'm not mistaken. No, I thought that we have unnecessary geometry here, but it's fine, no problem. Let me see, I made a mistake somewhere. Maybe it's better to look from the other angle. Yeah, you see we have unnecessary geometry here. So I'll collect the eraser and click on this vertex like this to remove this geometry completely. Once I remove, now I'll take the lines tool and then I'll connect this one to here and this one to here, from here to this one, and again I have also unnecessary geometry here. I'll take the eraser and remove this one. Once I removed, I'll take the lines tool and then connect this one to here, from here to here, again from here to here. Once the geometry done, I'll come here and then we have also unnecessary geometry here, should be removed. I'll take the eraser and click exactly on the vertex to delete everything, and then I'll use the line tool connect this line to here, and from here to here, and from here to here. It's also created. Now again I have unnecessary geometry here. I have to delete it as well. So I'm taking the eraser and clicking on the vertex here to delete everything altogether, and then I'm going to connect the vertices to each other using the line tool. Finally it will be a solid geometry. Okay, and let's go to the other corner. Here also there are some unnecessary geometry, should be deleted. So I'm going to select eraser, and then I'll click on the vertex over here, and now I'll take the line and connect this one to here, and also connect to here, and from here to here. Okay, also unnecessary geometry here, so I'll take the eraser, click on the vertex like this, exactly, to delete both sides, everything, and then I'll take the line tools and then connect here to here, and this one to here, and finally this to. That's finished. Yeah, I think so, but no, not yet finished. Yeah, here there is no unnecessary geometry, so, but here we have unnecessary geometry. I'll take eraser, and then I'll click on the vertex, delete it, delete everything connected to this vertex. So if I click on this one, all the things which are connected to this vertex will be deleted, and this is what I need. And I'll use the line tool to connect actually this to here, this one to this one vertex, and from here to this vertex. So the same story goes here, as you can see. So this should be connected to here, this one to this vertex, and this one to this vertex. And here also there is no unused geometry, so this is connected to this one, this is for here, and this is for done. What else? Maybe some more geometries we need. Okay, here there are some unnecessary geometry, as you can see. I'll take the eraser, and then I'll click on this vertex just like this, and then I can easily connect all of these vertices to each other to make the final solid object. I have to continue. Right. So yeah, this one actually should be kind of, yeah, reverse faces. Okay. And I think I have one unnecessary geometry also here, which should be deleted. So I'm taking the eraser and then deleting this just clicking on the vertex just to delete everything simultaneously, and now connecting these three vertices to each other. Okay, we have some more I think now it's fine, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? Okay, there are some more. Okay, let me just delete this one. Ctrl Z, select and delete. Okay, so let me take the pencil and connect this vertex to this vertex, and now another vertex we have from here to here. Sometimes you can see that the SketchUp makes mistake. The main reason, because this one is clockwise, which should be counterclockwise. When it becomes clockwise, and then it will create another face instead. Okay. Now I have unnecessary vertex here. I have to delete this one as well. So I'm clicking on the vertex so that I will delete everything together. Okay, no problem. One more. And now I'm taking lines tool and connecting all of them to each other. Maybe another vertex here. We have to connect these three to each other. It's just like a game, as you can see, and it's very nice to work with the SketchUp, as you can see. Okay. Okay, no problem. Again, this problem happened, so I'm going to delete it, select and delete. And next step, I'm going to use line and then connect these three vertices to each other. Okay, still we have to do a lot. I mean, yeah, here also. Okay, now for this vertex as well. Okay, no problem. I select and delete, and then okay, again this part should be connected like this, and this. Okay, and also here I'm using screw in order to zoom in and zoom out, and also I'm using screw and pressing down and dragging for orbiting. Okay, let me just select, delete, and then lines, and make a line from this vertex to this vertex, and then I think it's already finished. I'm not sure, but let me see if everything is fine and finished or not. Yes, I think, yeah, I think already done. Okay, so it's finished. Now what I'm going to do, actually, I'm making this one as a Control S, save it, and come to the edit, view, edge style, remove the edges, so I don't need to see the edges. So now actually we don't have interior, everything is exterior and everything is counterclockwise. So it's just like a solid object, and you can print it using 3D printer. Okay, Now, what I'm going to do now, actually, the most important thing that I'm going to do now, I'm going to export. Maybe it's better to the camera view also. We change the camera view in the original manner. I mean, the Z like this. Yes. And then now I'm going to export the file. Export 3D model. There are different types of export in the for example, you can export 3ds, you can export DWG, DXF, DAE, CLADA file, or FBX, IFC, KMZ, OBG, STL for 3D printers, WRL, and XSI. For the time being, I'm going to export WRL and as a, what do you call it, golden selection, and I want to export it to the desktop. So, okay, now just export. Okay, if you take a look at this one by detail, you will see that the number of the geometries is 520 faces, but here we have 1696 faces. The main reason for this one, actually, it's exporting the interior and exterior altogether. Maybe we can export. First of all, let me I show you the model as well. Just to see the model, I mean the desktop, and what was the name of the geometry? What do you call it? Golden selection, right? It was golden selection. Okay, there's a file WRL golden selection, as you can see here. If I double click on this one, so it will be opened like this in a VRML format. Which means that it's already there. Okay, so as you know, it's easy to navigate in Internet Explorer this WRL file. Okay, for the time being, I'm going to close this one. Yes, yeah, I'm going to close this one, and I'm trying to give a color to all of this. Let's say using what kind of color? So here I'm going to select the color, not material, only the color, and then maybe the green color, like this, and then Control A, select everything, and then yeah, something like this one. And now I'm going to export file, export, and I made a mistake. I pressed import, export 3D model, and this time I'm going to say options. Now ignore back face material, out edges, here, output texture maps, no, I don't need it, output edges, no, use VRML standard, orientation, generate camera, can be, check for material or write. Okay, I'm not going to check this one. Also, generate camera, I don't need it. Okay, so I'm the only one, I'm just trying to, okay, once more, say okay, and then export. Yes. Once it's finished, we have two materials, and again this number of faces, which means that we have interior and exterior faces. Let me see. Okay, here I say golden selection and double click on this one. See how. Okay, this is the geometry that we created via, what do you call it? Created via Sketchup, okay, in VRML format. Now I'm going to upload this one also to the 3D warehouse. So I'm coming to the file, geolocation, or 3D warehouse, and share the model. Since I already logged into the system, I think without any problem I have to be able to actually upload the file. Golden selection, how to use golden ratio to create a 3D model in a solid form. In a solid form for 3D printing. Okay, and then maybe here I just put second version, or version maybe V2, version 2, okay, and then I'm going to upload it. Okay, it's not a private model. I'm not going to disable comments, so just upload. Okay, it's already uploaded to the internet, so if you search based on the name you will find it immediately. Okay, next step, after converting to the VRML, you want to see how can we make a rotating actually and animating this object in VRML, X3D and HTML5. See you in the next video.